College is synonymous with the words work, studying, and future, but for many first-time students, the words party and alcohol also come to mind. Many first-time students spend their days studying for that next exam, but many also wonder what their plans are for the coming weekend. According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, 60% of college students between the ages of 18 and 22 drank alcohol this past month, and 2 out of 3 of those students engaged in binge drinking. And more than 1,800 college students between the ages of 18 and 22 die from alcohol-related injuries every year. The science behind alcohol and the risks of binge drinking were recently discussed at a seminar held by UTEP's Latino Alcohol and Health Disparities Research Center. Roena Puentes is the training coordinator at UTEP's LAHDR Center. She says frequent alcohol consumption has high risks for first-year students.
Colleges that have a lot of student life, where there's students living on campus, there's high engagement of students, have higher rates of drinking on campus and drinking-related problems. Universities like UTEP, where there's less student housing, the problems seem to be less involved on campus, but kind of more in the community. And so whether it's involved on campus or in the community, I think what's important to consider is the age range that we're considering here, ages 18 to 26, which is your typical student age range. And that's particularly of concern because of the developmental stages that we're still in. And I mean, if you think of college as an opportunity for you to learn and grow in your education, adding alcohol to that certainly is a factor.
According to the NIAAA, about 1 in 4 college students report academic consequences from drinking, including missing class, falling behind in class, and receiving lower grades overall. And 20% of college students meet the criteria for an alcohol use disorder, commonly known as alcoholism. New Mexico State University student Nadia Montoya says freshmen may be more susceptible to use alcohol as a tool to gain new friendships.
I think, first of all, because when we're young, since it's something that's illegal once we're our age, we want to do stuff that is like it gets bad or illegal. And then once we have our liberty in college, everybody's doing it, so you want to fit in more, especially if you're like out of state or it's a new place where you've been out of your family, away from them. You're trying to be new like everybody else, trying to make friends, trying to fit in. So I guess you just don't want to feel isolated. And just to try new experiences too as well, I guess.
Even though some students may be at high risk for an AUD, UTEP's LAHDR's training director, Patricia Juarez, says all students can reflect and make some small changes.
The most important thing is to be honest with yourself, and if you've done kind of like your homework in terms of educating yourself, in terms of reflecting upon what are the risks you're willing to take, what are the things you're willing to have as possible consequences related to your use, and if that kind of decision leans towards making a change, there's always resources.
Although these seminars may not stop excessive alcohol consumption in all college students across the nation, Juarez and Puentes do hope that it helps them make better decisions. For KRWG Public Media, I'm Nadia Lopez.